yo, don't put up no movies. I said, that's not my style. That's not what I'm going to do. Yeah, I could have put up movies, but I could have showed the R. Kelly video that everybody's talking about, made fun of it, and said, yo, Jay's hanging out. When Jay and them was in there doing Basketball Boys, you can't tell me Jay didn't see a 14-year-old girl come in the studio and sit on R. Kelly's lap. No. You can't tell me, you don't sit here and tell me that working on that album, that he ain't never seen no 14-year-old girl come in the vicinity.
My belief is that anybody who's worked with him and been in his cipher has seen it go.
I've never partied with them. I've never been to their house. I don't swim in their pool. Like, we're not friends. I'm a pop culture pundit, and
Beyoncé, I was hurt. I went down 7 years on behalf of your, hey nigga, don't throw no shit while I'm talking.
I don't put out no weak stories. That's not my style, and it never will be. Sure, I could have dropped bombshells. I could have aired the R. Kelly video that had everyone talking, made jokes, and said, yeah, Jay was right there while they were playing basketball. You mean to tell me Jay-Z never saw a 14-year-old girl walk into that studio and get involved with Kelly? You really believe that? And let's not forget Wendy Williams. That woman must have known exactly where Jay-Z, Beyoncé, and the rest hid their skeletons. Long before this lawsuit, she warned them to clean up their act before they ended up in the same mess as R. Kelly. And now, Diddy. If she were still in that purple chair today, she'd be having a field day with everything coming out about Diddy. And best believe she'd be in tears over Jay-Z being dragged into this lawsuit because Wendy had been calling out Jay and Beyoncé's tea before most people even had a clue. Back when Wendy was on the radio, callers would drop all kinds of inside information about what celebrities were really up to when the cameras weren't rolling. Jay-Z and Beyoncé's names came up more times than you'd think. But after catching heat from Diddy, who nearly destroyed her career, Wendy had to tread carefully. She knew Jay-Z was at the top of the game, a powerhouse in both rap and business. He wasn't someone you took shots at lightly. But the moment Wendy got the Wendy Williams experience and later the Wendy Williams show, all bets were off. She finally had the platform and the freedom to speak her mind and trust she did not hold back when it came to the Carters.
And you know, if you know enough about Jay-Z and Beyoncé and their past, then you know they've been accused of stealing more than a few times. Jay is alleged to, you know, like an upcoming rapper who, you know, will never be famous, but has a nice spit game, you know, nice with it, just, you know, let me take this, make it my own, allegedly. And Beyonce also with styles and...
Nobody gonna want us to go to that show. Why? Because we gonna take everything.
Yeah, but everybody does that though.
No, everybody does.
Yeah, you know, but it is gonna be crazy.
But we go and meet everybody and say, hey, great show, and then still live.
For years, people have called out Beyoncé for how she acquires hit songs and creative concepts. Of course, the Bayhive will argue that there's nothing new under the sun, and she's just following the same playbook as other artists before her. And sure, she's not the only one. J-Lo, we see you too. But Beyoncé's track record is something else entirely. Take Crazy in Love, her massive early 2000s hit with Jay-Z. Anytime she talks about the song, she gushes about how it was a brilliant collaboration between her and producer Rich Harrison. She even claimed, the song came from me actually looking crazy one day in the studio. I said, I'm looking crazy right now, and Rich Harrison, the producer, was like, that's the song. But that's not how Rich remembers it. According to him, when Beyoncé arrived at the studio, he played her a sample of the track. She said she loved the idea and told him, now write the song. I'll be back in 2 hours. By the time she returned, Rich had written the lyrics, played the instruments, and produced the track. The only thing Beyoncé contributed? The bridge. And let's be real, that's not the same as writing an entire song. Ne-Yo had a similar experience. After Beyoncé told thousands of fans at a concert that she wrote Irreplaceable as an anthem for women, Ne-Yo had to clear the air. He was the one who wrote the song, while Beyoncé simply took the credit. Then there's choreographer Marilyn Ortiz, who was so frustrated that she publicly called Beyoncé out on Instagram for ripping off her dance moves for the Renaissance tour. She wrote, at Beyoncé, you have the nerve to steal exact concepts and choreography from real creative geniuses. You stole from at Breaking Surface. You stole the stomping from at Forza Bruta NYC. It's okay to be inspired, but at least make the effort to make it your own. Also, at Crazy Horse Paris Official, the saddle scene. Let's keep it real, people. And let's not forget Toni Braxton. She once told Wendy Williams that Beyoncé and Jay-Z stole her song, Me and My Boyfriend, and rushed to release their version before she could drop it as her second single. And Wendy? She didn't hold back. She agreed with every word. This version keeps the core message intact while making it more fluid, engaging, and polished. Let me know if you want any tweaks.
All I know is I hired Gotti, which is through Def Jam, and all of a sudden, you know, Beyonce and Jay-Z did it. Which I was really disappointed because I'm huge fans of both of them. I'm like, I've been in the business 10 years, now I got these new up-and-coming divas trying to steal my mojo, and I'm like, what's up with that? I'm not going to handle it. I'm going to take this. We're going to fight this.
We're behind you.
Cool.
We're behind you. We are behind you here.
I'm just disappointed. It's a code of ethics. Like Mary, me, Whitney, Mariah, Janet, code of ethics. We don't even, like, try to work with the same producers that other people work with on our current albums. We're like, I'll wait till the next album.
Right.
We respect each other.
Yes.
And I feel like that's not cool. You shouldn't do that.
Williams.
Right.
People have always viewed Beyoncé as a polished, morally upright artist who just so happens to be married to a former drug dealer. One who betrayed his best friend for a better deal, shot his own brother over material gain, and even stabbed his record producer. Many like to believe that Beyoncé is completely oblivious to Jay-Z's actions, but from what Wendy has heard in the gossip mill, she's no different from her husband. And as the saying goes, water always finds its level.
I think that Jay-Z and Beyonce are master manipulators of the media. And I also think, that they are to the point, they will manipulate almost anything.
Jay-Z, Wendy Williams has never shied away from calling him out for allegedly being attracted to much younger women, like Foxy Brown. Jay-Z and Foxy started working together in the 90s, collaborating on songs and performances for her debut album. He even wrote the lyrics for her title track, Il Nana, which included lines like, "Who got the illest pee on the planet? Sugar walls coming down, ninjas can't stand it. First the mansions, then the yacht, sound proper. Straight cash, get got. Bloodhounds trying to hunt down the brown fox." The lyrics were wild enough, but the real issue? Foxy was just 16 years old at the time, while Jay-Z was a full-grown 27-year-old man.
Was I shocked when Jay said the line in Picasso Baby? Yes, because we've talked about that. We have a history that supersedes music, and we know how this business works. We sit back and we laugh at those rumors. We laugh at that. I think he began to feel the pressure because people were saying my age, the age thing. She was 15, 14. She was 15, 14. And after a while, that gets to a person. The Jay I know, the Sean I know, never comes out.
But I remember, right, when Foxy and Jay-Z had, what's that, Be Good?
I'll Be.
I'll
Yeah,
Be?
that was a good one.
Okay, Foxy was the star of that. Jay-Z was standing in the corner, wringing his hands, talking about, okay, all right, what do I do next? Okay, like all that. And then, you know, this was allegedly a romantical thing. It's all right, I'll say alleged, but we know. Yeah, she hit it before Beyonce. Allegedly.
Long tried to give Jay-Z a pass for his relationship with Beyoncé, pointing to their beautiful family as proof of their bond. But no matter how you spin it, it's still unsettling that he allegedly got with her when she was just a teenager, while he was well into his 30s. Think about it. Did we ever see Beyoncé go through a normal dating or relationship phase? The moment she started coming into her own, Jay-Z locked in, tying himself to her until their brands became one. Now, with everything unraveling around Diddy, the streets are starting to point fingers at Jay-Z. People are saying he knew exactly what Diddy was up to, the same way he knew what R. Kelly was doing, and still chose to profit from it. Meanwhile, Diddy's Christmas and New Year behind bars weren't exactly glamorous. The court denied his release, and word is he was not in a good mood when he found out his holiday meal would be mac and cheese with baked Cornish hens, just like every other inmate. At this point, Wendy Williams' warnings about Jay-Z and Beyoncé don't seem so far-fetched. Look at where we are now. Jay-Z has been hit with a devastating lawsuit alongside Diddy, and it's already damaging the Carters' reputation.
But they live in a unique
Beyoncé
situation
could
that you and
issue
I
a statement
don't get a
distancing
chance to
herself from it,
experience.
especially
When
since
you're
it's
married to rock
rumored
stars, you got
they're not
plenty
even
of
living
time to
together.
have a man
But she
in every
won't,
port.
and that silence speaks volumes.
So why do you need a divorce? Anytime you want to get your thing on, in that disgusting world of rock stardom, he can say he's touring, or she can say, I'm going on vacation with my mom, or whatever. And so I don't know. I root for
Beyoncé is going to stick beside her man, no question about it. Even if she wanted to leave, Jay-Z isn't letting her walk out that door without a fight. But with the feds circling Diddy and everyone in his orbit, it looks like whatever skeletons Jay-Z and Beyoncé have may finally be catching up to them. R. Kelly and Diddy are already facing the consequences of their actions. And even if Diddy somehow walks away from this trial a free man, his reputation is permanently ruined. There's no covering up what's already been exposed. Now, it might only be a matter of time before karma comes knocking for Jay-Z and Beyoncé too. Just like Destiny's Child's second album, people are starting to see the writings on the wall. One fan put it best: I don't know how anyone can be surprised that these people are evil. Money, power, drugs, women, and I really miss Wendy. She had the facts and wasn't afraid to share them. I hate that she's not in her purple chair to say, I told you so. Another wrote, bring Wendy back. The world owes her a big apology, just like the others who were silenced. But what do you think? Do Jay-Z and Beyoncé have something to worry about? Sound off in the comments. And before you click off, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. I'll see you in the next video.